Do U.S. oil companies see what OPEC is doing, and are they able to do what is necessary to prevent them from crashing the industry? Yes, they see what they're doing, and no, there's nothing they can do about it to prevent, crashing oil markets, but they can survive. Like, they just have to cut as many costs as possible. They have to become more efficient, and they have to ride it out. You see, one of the biggest challenges with producing oil in the United States is that every single day your production profile is decreasing. So let's say you have 1,000 oil wells, and today they produce 100,000 barrels of oil a day. Tomorrow they're not. They're going to produce less, because that's what oil wells do. They decline in their production. They don't sit there and produce the same thing forever. They go down, down, down. And while you are producing less every single day, your costs to operate are rising every single day due to inflation. So you can't just sit and be still. You have to be actively bringing on more production always. If you don't, you die. So, the real exposure is in the fact that you can't set the price for the very product you produce. You're left to the whims of the market and the people that are trying to manipulate it and trying to control it. And right now, OPEC is trying to get back and recapture 4 to 5% of global market share. In dollars and cents, that means over $100 billion a year in revenue. That's what that equates to. And the United States' share of what OPEC is trying to take back is somewhere between 45 and 48 or so billion dollars a year, depending on prices. And that is how much the U.S. oil and gas industry is going to lose because of this action if prices fall within the windows we all believe they will fall in. You have to keep in mind that this is a very unusual dynamic in the fact that there are simply privately held and publicly traded companies in the United States that are competing with government-owned nation states that run their government-owned oil companies that can do whatever the government's budget will allow them to do. So U.S. companies are at a huge disadvantage in the way our industry is structured, but we're also at a huge disadvantage in the way our oil is produced in this country, coming from very tight rock with high decline rates. So when I say, oil price war between OPEC and the United States, it's not really a war. We lose it immediately. Like, it's not a war we can fight. I don't even honestly know why I call it a war. It's a war we will lose every single time. But no, the United States or U.S. oil companies can't do anything to prevent OPEC from crashing markets and taking back their market share. There's nothing they can do except try to survive. And all of the biggest ones, all of the biggest oil companies are the ones that survive the best during these times and were able to acquire and scoop up all the ones that couldn't survive. Thanks.